Welcome to another episode of the Indie Empire, where we review all indie films, whether they're on Tubi, Amazon Prime, or wherever you watch your indie films. And today we are going to dish on a film called, well, matter of fact, it's not a film, it's a series called Black Cloud.
I'll make sure to tell my aunt you were a good boy.
How was the park? Good. They played football and tag with the other kids.
You too. You're very pretty.
Don't say shit about that bitch to me, ever.
Ain't nobody getting a divorce. I told you that already.
What happened here?
I'm tired.
Come on, man. You know I'm trying to work things out with you.
What you doing here, man?
We are a family, goddammit!
I can't tell you how much I appreciate you.
I was so scared, so I tried to call you, but
Auntie, is that you?
Marty, open up!
What's that?
Kendra, give me the damn local news.
The fuck out of here!
Not real enough for you, Chief?
What is this clown doing, man?
Go!
Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Ready?
All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. So what did y'all think of the series?
So for me, I don't like scary stuff. And so I did not know that it was that when I set out to watch it. But I thought it was pretty good. The production was good. It definitely had some twists and turns. I don't know if you want me to start with like a couple of notes I have. But I feel like the production was good. The storyline was well thought out on how they presented it. Besides it being like suspenseful, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't watch stuff like this. But I felt that it reminded me of a similar show on Netflix that I watched. So I liked it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it as well. There were three of them in the series so far. Hopefully more. I'm kind of biased towards the second one because I know people in it, but I'm not gonna take away from the other. The first one, I don't watch scary either, and I definitely don't watch scary alone. But I did. I watched it, and I kind of enjoyed it. It was in the realm for me because I love, and this is crazy because it's scary, I love Freddy Krueger. I
like Michael Myers. I like Michael Myers. So
it was putting me in the sense of that. It was like, oh, okay, but it's suspenseful in some areas. And the first one, I kind of started piecing it together anew. And then the second one, I was just like, you know what, y'all doing some acting. Y'all acting y'all butts off,
Right.
So, and the third one was more of, if you go back to the 30s and where I be pulling stuff from for different shows, you go back to the 30s of radio television. And you're just listening to things that's going on, and that's what the third one was. And that was kind of suspenseful, little bit, and I was more on the shut up.
Right. I'm like, why? Like, just talk and be quiet.
Be quiet. So, yes. But yeah, but we'll get into more of it. But I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It was different, and I enjoyed it.
Okay. For me, I like stuff like this. I'm with you, Kenya. I like stuff. I love horror. I watch horror every day. Like you said, Freddy is your person. Michael is my person. I was just watching Michael all weekend, just rewatching like it's my first time ever watching him. And seeing something like this on an indie level was good to me. My favorite one out of the three that we watched was the second one. The second one was my favorite one. And that's not me, just because I knew everybody in it. But the first one really wasn't like it didn't connect with me like the second one did. And I'll go into detail with that a little bit later. But I enjoyed it. So shout out to the writer, right? I hope I pronounced his last name right, but it's Ryan Culver, Culver, and then all the episodes were directed by Ryan Culver and Eugene Hawkins. Those were your directors, and shout out to everybody who put the film together. So let's start with part one, y'all. Let's break that one down. Kamo, what's your take on the first one, the first episode?
Okay, so I was a little confused starting out with the two kids. I was trying to what's the storyline about? What's it about? I didn't understand what I beat at the clown. That was in my notes. I was like, what did I beat at that clown? Like, what he do? I started to understand it more when they started talking about the aunt and the aggression that the nephew had with the aunt. And so I was like, okay. So I'm starting to understand now. And so when they talked about his mother dying, I was like, okay, I really understand it now. Like, your mother died, you probably ain't process it. You're upset with the aunt. Like, you just taking it out on her. I didn't understand the abuse of the aunt. Like, I'm like, girl,
right?
Why you didn't whoop his? Like, why?
Okay.
This little boy, he ain't but a straight bean. I like his friend was respectful. He was trying to tell him like, yo, bro, like all that's unnecessary, even though he helped him beat up the clown.
Right.
Yeah.
That was I didn't understand that part. Like, why are y'all doing that to this man? It blew my mind though when it started to get into it, and then you figure out, oh, this was a setup. Unfortunately, the friend was collateral damage. But with them, can I say all my notes? I'm not sure if we going in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So with the aunt setting him up, that just blew me. It was like a total shock. The one payment and the two payment. And so I was just like, in her mind, all of this storyline was just giving me mental health. Because I was just like, of course he's doing these things to you, but you didn't report him. He's beating you. So you went to just the extreme of, well, you just gonna die. And you paid this person to kill him. And so and then the friend had to die. And all my notes say it was a setup. The auntie set him up. But when the auntie said be gone at 11, you need to listen to auntie when she said be gone at 11. So now everybody.
That's true.
That's
I felt like, from a writing aspect, the clown should have just let the boy go, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
How is he gonna explain to the police a clown did it? They gonna look at him like he crazy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's my 2 cents. You go ahead.
No, I just loved a lot of the little pieces, the subtle pieces that you would have to be paying attention with the. What do they call her? Not Alexa, but they call her something else. And she was like asking, like, how long does it take 911 to get here? And you start thinking back to that once everything comes together, and then when they unplugged it, and when he did the murders, I was just like, okay, it's a lot of like subtle things you have to pay attention to that I appreciated, because I was like, oh, it's all coming together now. Like it's
not giving me the name of the.
That's all I have.
Yeah,
it was a different name. It wasn't Alexis, but Alexa.
Right.
It was something. Maybe it was Alexis.
It sounded like it was Alexis. Now that you say it,
maybe it was Alexis. But
yeah, look on the IMDb. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, it was the subtle things that started putting things together. Yeah, I also hate that the friend was collateral damage, and I kind of like towards the middle was like, okay, so he's supposed to be this real bad boy, and his friend just does stuff because they're friends, but he's actually a good boy. but he still goes in with him on dumb stuff, sometimes, but yeah, I hate his friend had to, the clown should have hid and let the friend go.
Yeah.
And
but
let the friend leave and then do what he had to do. But yeah, but when she said be gone at 11, you should have been gone at 11.
Yes.
And left it at that. Yeah.
Right. So what y'all think about
Go ahead.
My bad. What did y'all think about the dead giveaway with the puzzle?
So that's another one I missed because I saw it, but I missed the clue because I was like, how would he have that? Like,
exactly.
And so it still wasn't clicking until, he killed him, and then it all just clicked when the auntie came home with the next payment. But it still wasn't registering to me. I was like, how do you have that picture? Yeah, that was a nice one. I was still lost.
I mean, and that's why in my notes, the only note I got for that episode is it didn't connect with me. I like where it was going, but it didn't connect all the way. And like I told Kenya before we started taping, is I felt like this was just an experiment to see, how they're going to work this out. Because I mean, that's what writers do. We experiment with different scripts to see where to go. And they're like, well, shoot, we wrote it, we shot it, we'll put it out there. We won't let it go to waste because people did put in time. But it just didn't connect like the other one did, because now we move on to part 2. The clown in part 2 and how that whole story was a full storyline from beginning to end. And them using the clown as the person in his head was so great to me. It was so great to me. I mean, I don't have anything written down for that.
That one I don't have. That one had me going. It had me going. Yeah. I was like, man, if y'all ain't put this one, because the first one, there was something missing with it. Now, I believe the story is a great story. And it tells the measure of what you do when you feel that you're backed into a corner with something. What would you do? But the puzzle pieces the title of the puzzle. I didn't connect it, but I still liked it. I watched it, and I'm shocked that I got through it, and it was okay. But when you got to 2,
listen,
you got to 2, and then you see this clown, and then like, wait a minute, who you talking? You hitting his head, man. And then everything that was happening on the outside of his head that was in the inside of his head. It was just like
it was a genius move. This was my favorite. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna have to pull his name up because
I have one critique.
No.
Because the ending, when he shot and he killed the girl, I guess that was Pam. Was that the friend coming? Pam coming to. She came across the park, and then she tried.
Hold on, Pam was the white girl. Is you talking about?
Pam was the white. So who was the friend that called the police?
She was the See, they don't have everybody's name on here on the IMDb.
She was either the lawyer or
she was the one who was in charge of turning the papers in for divorce.
Okay, I wasn't impressed with her action in it. I don't know if that was a director's thing or
she wasn't as sharp. She wasn't as sharp
because you don't run up on a child shot in the back in front of their house and you just, and then you walk to the house like a black person ain't going in the house.
Exactly. No,
I was waiting for a twist.
Black person is screaming, and going berserk no matter how calm of a person you are. You call it, somebody calling out because the baby is on the ground shot. You ain't going in the house because I ain't going in the house. I don't care who in there.
That's a day get
I ain't going in there.
Go.
And the thing about
because
it is,
I don't know if somebody's stealing their shooting. I ain't going in there. But
especially when you started hearing stuff being broke in the house. Now, I would have like a twist in this story, like it was in the first one.
You wanted her to hurt?
I want her.
Well, they did have the twist. The brain was behind her when she turned her back, talking to the operator. The guy that was inside his head was standing behind her.
Mm-hmm. So that brought me to my next point. So if he was in his mind, but he had shot the other one dead already, how he still out? Like
how is he out?
Mm-hmm. How's he still?
Is he a figment of his imagination or is he real? Yeah. That was the twist for me.
That's a good one, Kenyon. That's a good Ken. That's a good one. That's a good one. Now I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out real quick because there was some heavy hitters in this particular production, but I have to say, Vincent Witherspoon, he's the one who played the clown in part 2. He was amazing.
Yeah, he did his thing. He was good.
It felt so natural to him.
Mm-hmm.
He played that part. And I don't even know who this
y'all
person
know
is.
I'm in something with him. So if I see him,
are you serious?
If I see him when we do our final scenes, if he's there, I'm gonna be like, boy.
He did that. I'm sorry. He played that clown.
He played that,
and was like, I won't even mind if they keep him throughout all the rest of the series because I think Rachel said there's an episode they filmed with her was in it. So I want him to be the clown in all of them. He was perfect and spot on. Let me see. Did you catch the Martin reference came up?
The Martin reference?
Everybody was named after Martin, after the characters from Martin. Yeah, Martin, Jada, Pam, Cole.
That went over my head. That went over my head.
When he said it, then I was like, oh. I just heard all of the names. I was like, oh. Yes, all of the names from Martin.
Yeah, I like that. That was good. Why they chose that, I'm not sure. Maybe I missed something as to why they chose to go with the Martin character names. But I just wanted to point that out that, it may go over some people's head like it went over y'all head. Yeah, I caught it right there when they kept saying everybody's name. I'm like, wait a minute, why those names sound familiar?
Yeah.
So
I still thought of it as I'm still going back to mental health, like Black men's mental health. I'm always thinking
Black men's that's what it's about. It's about a Black man's mental health.
That because nobody's like take you serious. Well, Black men serious when they're going through things, and so like he just was like, I'm going crazy over here. Like all these people had to die because he really wanted to just sit down and just talk about like, why are we getting this divorce? Why is this happening? Like, and he just getting ignored and she's moving on with her life. So I definitely could understand, why they added that piece. Like there's somebody in his head because normally that's what it is. When you don't have the outlet to get it out. So I was like, okay, yeah, this is definitely touching on that too.
So overall,
I think all of them. Oh, we got to get on the third one too. But
that's right. It is the third one we got to do.
I think that's what the premise of them all, because you can say the aunt, she had some mental issues as well, because she was going through so much with him, even after her sister dying and having to take him, all of this stuff, and then how he abusing her. That worked on her mind and what she did, to ease herself. But now she's going to be even worse because of what happened. And then the father, his mental issue. Now let's get to 3.
Number 3.
Who had the mental issue in 3? It was the guy, because there's a note at the end of him saying, help me.
Yep. And I wasn't. And the thing about it, I wasn't even a fan of that style. Not saying it wasn't good because I still enjoyed it, but I wanted to see it. I wanted to at least see her in the trunk or wherever she was, just
She was in the
talking the whole
basement.
time in the basement.
She was in. She was in his basement.
I'll be okay with her just sitting in the corner of the basement and just talking the whole time,
whispering loud.
Yeah,
I was like, dang, you loud. Be
yeah, but I
quiet.
didn't.
Like you said, shut up.
But and then another thing is, I'd be okay if after once he did what he did to the girl, instead of us reading that note, he tell the operator what he wanted her to know.
That would have been. That would have been. He would
Mm-hmm.
pick up the because she was on an Apple Watch though. If he would have picked up the watch and said,
Hmm.
"I'm sorry, I don't want to do this anymore," and
Yep,
click, and then
yep,
he disappears into the night.
yep. That
No.
would be
That,
perfect. That would have been perfect if we had heard his distorted voice
yeah,
or
his voice.
whatever. That would have
Mhm.
made it even more creepy and like, okay, what the hell just happened?
Yeah,
So
it was creepy enough for me. I had to turn it down. I was like, "What's going on? I should have watched this earlier when the sun was out."
so overall, out of all three episodes, we're gonna do it as a whole, not just per episode. What would you overall rate it out of five? Go, Kamo.
Out of 5, as the viewer, I definitely give it a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it.
Okay, Kenya.
4.5 out of 5.
Okay,
Okay, and I'm gonna give it a four also out of five.
it's good.
I'm gonna do a 4 out of 5. So yeah, that's the Black Cloud. From what we're hearing in the streets, there's more episodes coming out for the Black Cloud, so
It's
y'all still
good.
have time to get caught up. It's not like a connecting thing to where it's like
Oh,
an ongoing storyline. It's like an anthology series. So be sure to watch the Black Cloud on Tubi. I'm not sure what other platforms that is on, but we all watch it on Tubi. And it's time for somebody to go to bed. so so yeah, shout out to Ryan Culver and Eugene Hawkins. I'm just gonna give a shout out to a few of the people that was in it. We have Corey Pratt, Xavier Neely, Chris Deshae, Bessie Witherspoon, Brett Nichols, Tanasha Fryer, Arnita Brown, Ashley Martellero, Tyler Valentine, Christopher Palmer, Swahili Hawkins, and Michael Dawkins. I know we probably missing some people, but this is what's on their IMDb. Shout out to y'all for doing a great job. And again, Vincent was the best clown. So y'all go out and view it. Let us know what you think. And until next time, we'll catch you on another episode of The Indie Empire.